Morning, everyone. Welcome back to Morning Brews on Tottenham on Tour. On today's show, why are the Premier League refs so goddamn bad? Tune in here. Welcome back to Tottenham on Tour, your world-famous morning news, brews and clues show with myself, the Kauff and The Roadman. The Brews brothers are back for another morning show. David, what's been happening?
Oh mate, how did you just throw that out there? The Brews Brothers. I love that. That's gotta be a show. The Brews
Yeah,
Brothers. Me and you
Brews
just
brothers.
talking. Yeah, talking utter rubbish, man. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I'm
Oh
good. I'm
man.
good. Yeah. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
It's stuck in
But you
my
shouldn't
head.
be dancing this early in the morning, mate.
I'm a
That's not
soul
normal.
man. I love that song. That's now stuck in my head for the rest of the day. But how you doing, Dave?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Tired, busy, 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 but good, good, good.
Let's see who's in the audience to take us through this show today. We're just going to have a general chat about the referees, and there's a bit of news to talk about with Graham Potter. We can talk about Graham Potter as well if we run out of referee talk and referee bashing. We got Tony Rodriguez is in the house. Good to see him, Mr. Sweden, YouTube member. We got Jessica. We have Just a Harmless Potato. Good to see her. Dragon D's Nuts, the greatest name in Spurs YouTube. Andrew Gregory, YouTube member. Good to see her. Good to see her. We've got Tweak, YouTube member. Good to see her. A Tavracron Wembley one. Good to see her. Shem Tang. Good morning, Mr. Ben Giovanni and Mr. I love Lukaku.
Yeah, how Shem? How are you remembering that? Right. So last night we were talking about strikers on Evening Brews,
Yeah.
and we were talking about strikers who would like at the club. Well, I was mentioning about Tony and stuff like that, and I said accidentally, yeah. I was like, oh yeah, and Luke, and I went Lukaku, and I was like, no, I didn't mean him. And obviously, there we go. I accidentally said Lukaku as a striker for Tottenham, and now, yeah, it's going to be stuck with me in it.
Yeah.
Cheers, Shem.
Yeah. There we go. You're stuck. We have Rich Smans in the building, YouTube member. Good to see her. MZ's in the house. Good to see her, MZ. We got Dragon D's not saying you're late. I want my money back.
No refunds.
You've not paid either. I'm not giving you free money out, Dragon D's. I'm not giving you free money out. Who do you think I am? We got Rich Smans in the building, waiting for Shake a Tail Weather. Good to see you. Good to see you. Buenos dias, hombres. Good to see you, Martin. Good to see you. Radiated saying big up Ben Dave and the Guardians of the Pombo. We got big up the sexy Jira. I don't think that's me. But we have Shemtang laughing. Levy's giving Andrew 100 million war chest to sell to buy. Makes sense, doesn't it? Makes sense,
It
doesn't
does.
it?
Oh, God.
We got Bill saying, morning, lads. I'd have Lukaku over our forwards all day long. Probably, to be honest, probably. Good morning, all. Good to see you, John Ratcher. Let's talk about it. We've not prepared anything, but we're just going to go on a rant for the next 25 minutes about referees in general. We've been watching Euro 2024, all of us. And one of the things that's really stuck out to me and the rest of the Tottenham on Tour boys, we had a bit of a chat in our group chat last night that we organise our shows in when I made the thumbnail. The difference between the UEFA referees and our referees. It's not even night and day. It's Stone Age to Star Trek. That's what it is. It's so much better. Contentious decisions, 2 minutes. Done. Decision done. Immediately. Offsides. No 5-minute waits. None of this. Immediate, basically. Portugal was still celebrating the gut. No, it's been ruled offside, mate. It's been ruled off. Automatic. Done. 30 seconds. Bang. Was in the Premier League, 5 minutes here, 4 minutes there, 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. Time wasting. And it adds 15 minutes to the end of the game. This is unacceptable, isn't it, David? We have seen how refereeing should be, haven't we?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, At the end of the day, when you see the divide between our refs and the Euro ones at the moment, it's just crazy. We were talking about this yesterday after the previous Morning Brews, and we looked at the statistics of how fast referees between the two actually get decisions right. In the Premier League, it takes a ref, on average, 75 seconds to make a decision. In Europe, it takes a referee an average of 25 seconds.
Yeah.
Now, you think of how many different situations require a referee to make a decision within a game of football. That builds up so much.
Yep.
And it's not just that. Majority of the time, you look at decisions in Europe, right? Yeah, some may be questionable, but majority of the time, they get the decision right. And it gets done quickly. It's like, right, that's that, bang, it's over with. Move on.
If
get
they
the game
get
flowing
the decision
again.
wrong, David, I've always been the personal belief a decision that's wrong gives you something to talk about down the pub.
Yeah, yeah. Back in the day, everyone used to say about the refs, yeah, right? But they accepted the referee's decision. Like our manager said, Ange, right, yeah? You respect the referee on the pitch. If he makes a wrong decision, so what? He made the wrong decision. The problem is when you add all this technology and the refs then becomes a crutch for them. It becomes easy. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to make that decision. I'll let them do it because if it's wrong, the heat's not on my back, it's on theirs, on VAR. Yeah. And that's why people hate VAR so much. Because of that. If VAR was done correctly, and the refs actually still ref the match, things like that, it wouldn't be so bad of an issue. And when you were saying about these offsides and everything with the semi-automated offsides, right? We've got that coming to the Premier this year.
Yeah.
We looked up this. Currently, the Premier League don't even have a contract to have this set within the stadiums. Like, use the same people who have done it in Europe or something like that, but they haven't got them in. And it's like, you know, get semi-automated offsides in straight off. That for me is like just as good as goal line technology.
Yeah.
Right? It's simple as if that tells you it's offside, no questions asked. I've been speaking to him, Amir. Big up Amir, big up Amir. I'll get you that list of Welsh places, sir.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, exactly, Martin. It's been great to see it because you see the game flowing. It's not stopped. It's not boring. You're not sitting there like, is it a goal? Is it an offside? Is it this? And you're waiting 10 minutes for the referee to go, well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Even though I trained, even though I learned all this, I don't know what I'm doing. So it's like, okay, I'll go off. And I'll wait for VAR to make the decision for me. That's not what VAR was brought in to do. If that's the case, get rid of refs on the field and just use VAR with a big tanner in there or some sort of thing and just get them off the pitch then if they can't competently do their job.
The whole point is, Atavacron, is there's no point in having VAR if it takes 5 minutes to do a decision. It ruins the game of football. I'd rather have wrong decisions and the game go quickly than it being all afternoon. For match-going fans, because you go to matches as well. Like you're leaving work, not leaving work. Well, it's work supporting Tottenham. You're leaving 15 minutes after because of the amount of extra time there is, which means you've missed at least 3 trains. Which means you get home. If it's an 8 o'clock game, you're not getting home till 1 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes the amount of decisions there are now. It should be 90 minutes, done, out of there. It should be quick. The game is quick, and it's slowing the game down, and it's ruining everything. I'd rather take the chance of having a few more wrong decisions if the game is quick. But not only are they doing it slowly, they're doing it wrong as well. So I'd rather that it be quick. And the problem is they're getting it right. They're getting most of the decisions right, if not all of the decisions right. So the way they've got to do it is they've got to call UEFA and grovel to UEFA and send a lot of these semi-automated people over. The same people that are working at the Euros. I don't know how many of them work the semi-automated. I don't know if it's 1 or 2 or 3 people. I don't know. I know three people run the VAR booth, don't they? And then 2 people do. Send 1 or 2 of them so they can be there with the English ref. To train them, to say, this is how we do this quickly. Because at the end of the day, most Premier League, 5 Premier League clubs are going to be in the Champions. Well, 4 because sometimes the 5 teams are going to be in the Champions League if we finish well and we have good seasons in Europe.
Yeah,
we should have the same refereeing rules as they do at UEFA. Why have we got different rules for the same game? It's the same game.
Yeah, it makes zero sense. It makes zero sense why you'd have different rules. All rules should be the same. And I understand what you're saying, Abercrom. We get that. But what we're trying to say is back in the day before technology, like we see some bad decisions, right? Like the goal Spurs scored against United and it went over the line. That still gets talked about today. But no one whinges and moans about it. No one sits there crying about it because it's just one of them. Referee made a mistake. Who cares? With VAR, even fans now are relying on that. Fans themselves, just like the refs, are relying on that fact that there's technology now. A decision shouldn't be wrong. But when you have Michael Oliver in a game of football standing 5 foot away from a player getting kicked in the nuts, dragging these nuts, right, in the box, and refuses to give a penalty, there's a bigger issue there. That's not a referee making a bad decision. That's not a referee missing a decision. That's a referee wanting to rely on VAR. And that's the issue there. They're using it as a crutch instead of using it for what its intended purpose is. So, yeah. But referees are trash in the
They're
Prem.
absolutely awful. I totally agree with Andrew. The UEFA referees should be on the pitch in the Premier League. They are so much better. Massimo, the person I bring up mostly is Massimo Arati. Every time I watch him VAR a game, every decision is pinpoint and correct and quickly done. And we've got Mike Dean. We've got Michael Oliver. We've got John Moss. We got these awful referees that cannot make a decision to save their lives.
Yeah.
And how do we? Why can't we use these UEFA referees? We're in the same continent. It's not like there's no reverb. I can't hear it. Rich saying, can we relocate VAR to Brussels? Yes, can we relocate VAR to Brussels? It's probably actually closer from Brussels to London. It is from London to Stockley Park. I don't know where Stockley Park even is. They don't tell us where it is.
No.
But what is VAR's problem with the Premier League? Why can't the English refs use it? Why do they have to take the spotlight on themselves?
I'm not too sure. Oh, I can hear that. I think I'm echoing through you. I can hear it in my headset. It doesn't matter. Anyway, sorry, I just heard it then when he was saying about that. I was like, oh yeah, I could hear it in the background there. But yeah, for me, there's a big issue there with the refs that they seem to be very biased in what they do. You know, and we've always seen that. It's really worrying as well. Where when you see your refs, I think the reason why they're so good is because they don't have bias towards teams, but especially in the Euros. Right, they've got decisions to make. They make the decisions, done, dusted. That's it.
The refs are good in Italy as well. The refs are, even though people say the refs are corrupt in Italy, the refereeing decisions are better over there. There's bias in Italy. There's bias all over the world.
Yeah. But there's bias, then there's like, so you got biased, yeah. Okay, a referee will let certain things go, let certain players go, stuff like that. But for me, the main bias with the problem with the refs in the UK is, if you watch the Premier League games, yeah, if you watch Michael Oliver, he was consistently making bad decisions on certain teams because he had support. I think it was in Newcastle, I think it is, or something like that, and it just carried on. And then you hear, I think it was Mike Dean.
The Nottingham Forest decision, they went mental because the referee supported Luton Town.
And made bad decisions, made terrible decisions. And another one is, I think it was Mike Dean who said in an interview openly, this was mind-boggling. He said openly, I refused to tell my referee, as he was on VAR, to give a red card, I think it was, or a penalty, just so he didn't get more stick than what he was getting throughout that game. So you're dismaying. You're not giving a correct decision just so the referee didn't get any more grief than what he was already getting.
Yeah.
So you corrupted a game. You should be fined. You should be kicked out. The law. You corrupted a game. That's corruption. If you're refusing to give a decision that is the correct decision, are you what? How was that even allowed? How was that? That was just brushed aside. I couldn't believe it. It was like, oh yeah. It was like, you know what I mean? It was like, oh yeah, so what? Mike Dean decided not to give a decision that literally affected a game and, corrupted a game. I couldn't believe it.
English refs were picked in the last. I would sack them all. I would sack them all.
Yeah.
Get some proper training. Bring up some younger referees. Send them to Europe. Send them to all these countries around Europe. Pay for their flights because it's not that expensive to fly to parts of Europe. You can go there for as little as 10 quid on Ryanair. In some cases, just send them to Europe. Get some training on them. Working in games with better referees, and then you'll see the level of refereeing in the Premier League go up. You'll see it. It'll be massive. Turkey dark horses for this year. They're a decent side. They're a decent side. I said it.
Yeah, really good.
The thing I said most was Portugal don't look that great, and they didn't look great yesterday. They really weren't great.
Nope, they weren't. Yes, we just seen this come up. The source to this, shaky, but just keep an eye on it. But
yeah, I don't want Weston McKennie anywhere near my club. I think he's average, beyond average. There's a reason Juventus want rid of him. He's absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful.
Isn't he American, Weston?
He's an American as well.
So he's just American Højbjerg.
No, Højbjerg's far better than Weston McKennie.
No.
He's far worse than Højbjerg.
But Ben, the biggest question.
Oh yeah, we got to ask the question.
Yeah,
He was dreadful at your Leeds United. I don't want Weston McKennie at Tottenham.
Yeah,
I don't want him.
We've got to ask the question.
Is he better than Brian Hill?
Probably not.
Probably not. I don't want Weston McKennie at Tottenham. I want him as far away from Tottenham as possible. He's just not good at all. If we get in if our first two signings of the summer are Timo Werner and Weston McKennie, that looks really bad.
I might not do transfers on tour if that's the case.
It'd be funny. He's so bad. Should be compulsory, Ben. 3 to 5 years refereeing in Europe. Absolutely. They weren't, but the squad is one of the strongest. Yes, it is. Having the guts to try that on a crap Arda. Sometimes it's about taking a shot. You never know what can happen. That was a quality goal. It's a quality goal.
So good.
Yes, we have seen it. I don't want it. McKennie's going to be part of the Villa Douglas Luiz deal.
Currently blocked. That deal's currently blocked, apparently.
I'd have Douglas
Don't
Luiz.
know what's going on.
Douglas Luiz is a much better player than Weston McKennie.
Yeah, but apparently the deal was Douglas Luiz for Weston McKennie and what's his name? Oh, anyway, another player.
Ealing Jr.
Ealing Jr., that's it, yeah. So him and plus 20 million, but for some reason something's been blocked.
And I believe
something's happened.
I think this is nonsense, but I think Alicia Lehmann and Douglas Luiz have gotten back together recently, and I think they're going as a package deal. I think Alicia Lehmann's going to the Juventus women's team, and of course Douglas Luiz is going to the men's team. I've heard that somewhere. I don't think it's probably true. If they want to sign Alicia Lehmann, they're going to sign Alicia Lehmann for all the wrong reasons, but they're going to sign her. Stockley Park is in West Drayton. Good to hear. 2 miles from Heathrow.
There you go.
It definitely takes longer from Brussels to get to Heathrow.
Yeah, it does.
We got rid of one McDonald's lover. Why sign another one? Absolutely. Imagine that. That's that he won't get fit. He won't eat properly, despite the fact he's in Italy. I was in Italy recently. And I ate properly for 5 days. You got Weston McKennie, who's in one of the best of food capitals of the world, and he's eating McDonald's. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
Yeah. Them pictures you sent me, I'm still jealous. By the way, just to let everyone know, while Ben was over in Italy, yeah, he sent me some pictures of food, right? Oh my God. I could have just jumped through the phone. It looked so nice, mate. So nice. Oh, I was so jealous.
Yeah. I have Turkey as the dark horses too, but the real test of them will be Portugal and Czechia. Who knows? Who knows? I think Turkey will get through Czechia now. I think they'll get through them. Yes, Alicia Lehmann is from Switzerland, and that is very close to Turin. If you look where Turin borders France and Switzerland, because you go through that. It's quite easy to drive through there. About hour, 2 hour drive to Switzerland from there. Quite good, really. Really well connected. But back to referees. Where do you see the future of refereeing in this country, except for really awful?
I'm hoping, well, we've seen that the PGMOL has decided to obviously adopt a new style system. They're going to change things next season, stuff like that. Every time we've seen change within the game of football, it gets worse for such a long period of time. I mean, you look at the handball rule. Still, to this day, and it's been changed for ages now, they still don't understand the handball rule.
Yeah.
Which, how? You know, when it comes to Tottenham, we're the reason it got changed with the Eric Dyer situation against Newcastle.
Yeah.
He was facing the opposite way to a player.
And also and before that, the Lucas Moura one. Well.
How is that a handball? The guy's head's planted in the floor. And it's like, it's just so stupid. And that's the problem when we...
That was a really bad decision. We lost that game.
Yeah.
So we lost that game 3-0, but we went 1-0 up. We would have gone 1-0 up if he got that goal, and then we lost 3-0.
Yeah, and it's just so stupid. And I just feel like they're going to change the rules again. They're not going to have a clue how to deal with them rules. They'll start relying on VAR again. VAR won't be able to... And everyone's just going to whinge again. You know, big up Vindaloo. They want to try and make the game flow faster and things like that, but then they wanted to bring in the whole bloody card system where you get 10 minutes off the pitch if you do this and do that. And it's like,
my God.
Like,
I completely and utterly forgot about the blue card.
Yeah, the blue card, mate. And it's like, what is going through your mind to think that was ever even going to be implemented or even a good idea? Like, I get why Prem teams voted for VAR today. Sin bin for 10 minutes. Who's going to go on goal then? Do they have to put a sub on?
Yeah, they do.
Like,
they'd have to put a sub on.
And then the striker will have to go off. And it's, mate, pathetic. Absolutely ridiculous. And this is a big issue with the Premier League, especially Howard Webb, where he must sit in a room and go,
with his Man United shirt on.
Yeah. How can we mess up this even worse? Oh, I know. Let's do this. Okay, this is going to be the new thing, or that's going to be the new thing. The amount Premier League refs get paid. Now, I Googled this, on an average Premier League salary, right? Now, this was done in 2021. Yeah. Just bear in mind, so it's probably a lot more now, yeah? So they will receive an annual salary, yeah? Right? Yeah. So it doesn't matter how many games they do, they receive an annual salary. It's between £38,500 and £42,000. I'm sorry. I would take that type of money to make decisions wrong on a football pitch any day of the week.
Well, you could say, David, maybe they should be paid more and then you can get more skilled referees in.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to Google now.
How much is the UEFA referee paid? Yeah. That's just to me to play devil's advocate. If they were paid more, maybe they'd have more of them. Maybe they'd have more time to be training to get decisions right.
Oh, mate, no. Okay, that one I just gave you then, completely wrong. So just Googled it now, yeah? Europe ref salary. Premier League. Lowest salary in the Premier League for a referee is £73,191.
Okay.
Highest is £147,258.
That'd be Michael Oliver.
Yeah. La Liga is £123,256. Lowest. Highest, £123,256. They get paid that rate regardless, lower or higher. Serie A is 76,000, higher 77. League One 66,000, higher 67,000.
Yeah.
And
the Premier League refs are being paid more and they're getting more decisions wrong.
Yeah. Obviously, depending on see the way it looks like from the salary there. Yeah, how many games, but also your experience as well. I think that's why we have lower higher. In La Liga, they just get paid straight. Oh, fair. Why aren't they all going over to La Liga? Yeah, apparently the highest salary, however, is earned by Spanish officials who are paid a fixed total.
Yeah.
This is reportedly further boosted by an extra 21,929 for image rights related to advertising on their kit.
Yeah.
On the refs kit, if there's advertisement on it, they get even more money.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
What a great way to be a ref, isn't it? Living the dream.
Emerged that VAR officials Darren England and Dan Cook made a 6-hour flight from the UAE the day before what? From the Liverpool match.
Yeah.
Okay, UAE after taking charge of a league game between Al Ain and Shakra, I believe that's how you pronounce it, on Thursday night. If I've butchered that, I apologise, but I believe it's Shakra. Knowing certain things. Yeah, they shouldn't be working in. They should only be working in affiliated leagues, which is UEFA run leagues. It's mad. It's mad. Maybe the Premier League needs Pierluigi Collina and the third man. Yeah, I wish Collina was back. Collina would still get all the decisions right now. He was a boss, that guy. Should be paid per correct decision. I like it. The blue card system should be for Smurfs. Mind you, come on, you Smurfs. I like it.
I like that. I've had a little statistic here, Ben, right, about each referee, right? So we have 20 referees in the Premier League, right? It goes from Michael Oliver all the way to Darren Bond, right? And there's statistics here, yeah? So obviously, I'll just do the 3 top ones because they're pretty much the ones. Well, I'll do 4, right? So Michael Oliver, Paul Tierney, Anthony Taylor.
Top 4 everything. We love the top 4 here.
Yeah. And then you got Jared Gillett, right?
Yeah.
Is it Jared Gillett? Darren England. No, who is it? Let me check. Yeah, so anyway, we'll go through them quickly, right? Yeah, so Michael Oliver, yeah. Out of 30 games, he averaged 21.33 fouls per game.
Yeah.
Fouls tackled 0.63, penalties 0.37, yellow cards 2.90, and reds 0.03, yeah?
How many correct decisions, though?
It doesn't actually tell you correct decisions.
Well, it's because they've got most of the decisions wrong.
Yeah. Anthony Taylor, yeah, right, averages a red every 0.13. He's gave 4 red cards, yeah. The worst referee is Michael Salisbury, yeah, who gave 0.20 red per game. And he gave out 3 red cards. Even though Anthony Taylor gave out 4 per game, his statistics were worse. But looking at this, mate, 2 referees, which is Paul Tierney and Anthony Taylor, gave out 114 yellow cards. Our refs are trash.
Yep.
And there's only 4 refs who gave 0 red cards, which was Robert Jones, Peter Banks, Chris Kavanagh, and Thomas Bramall. They're the only refs who never gave out a red card.
We have to, what's it called? Who?
Yeah, exactly. You don't see them, though. You don't see them. It's just...
One of the things, before we end the show... one of the things I want refs to do, I want there to be interviews with the referees after the game. I want referees to be questioned on the decisions by the media.
Yeah, apparently that is a thing. That's not that, but apparently you can have mic'd up refs some part of next season. This won't be going out until halfway through the season or whatever it is, but...
You can have that. I'd rather them speak to the audience after the show. Why did you do this decision? Why was it? And just have all the clips. Why do you think you made this decision? Because if they gave an actual reason, you'd respect the decision more.
Yeah, exactly. They would, but we need an overhaul. We need some sort of massive change within the Premier League to stop with this constant drama, because every season we're always listening about refs. They're trying to become the limelight of the football. So they'll make this decision wrong, they'll make that one, and it's become a farce, complete and utter farce. And unless they change it, either scrap refs on the pitch and just use VAR, or scrap VAR and do that. But all they need is good training. That's all they need, is good, decent training. Get the game keep flowing, and actually book players for time wasting. Yeah, because I said this on Monday night, Ben, where it was like the keeper will time waste, get a yellow card, then he'll carry on time wasting, but never receive a second yellow card.
Yeah.
And people might say it's harsh, but it's effectively you're trying to dictate the game through cheating. The rule is you're not allowed to time waste. They want to keep the ball on the pitch as much as possible. So send him off.
Absolutely. But on that note, we need to have a full another show, because I'd love to start doing these ref watch shows more, because it's a really big topic of conversation. And we said this would fill up the show, and we haven't even talked about Graham Potter. I can't be asked to talk about Graham Potter, to be honest.
Yeah.
So we will be back later today for Evening Brews live on Tottenham on Tour. I'm not sure. I think there's a big game tonight, so I think we might change the time of Evening Brews. Who's playing tonight? Scotland versus Switzerland. So maybe we'll still go. There's an interesting one. We'll play it by ear. Daigle's in charge of Evening Brews. But thank you all so much for watching today's show. I will be live today at 2 p.m. on the Coffee Company. If you've not subscribed to the Coffee Company, please do so. Let's put the link in. Here we go. Should have this to hand, really, but here we go. In the chat. We will be live later on the Coffee Company at 2 p.m. So go over there and hit the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, if you smell what the Kauff is brewing. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao for now. Tottenham Talk.